All right, now the book of Joel, the second chapter, verse 3, is going to the ICBMs, right? But you could also apply it to this article in a general matter of fire, all right? Just the fire in general, all right? Because it's going to the beautiful landscapes in the Mojave Desert, being burned, being altered by the fire, And these people ain't ready for that, they're upset about it, that's why you have all these conservationists. They're trying to, come up with the way to counterattack that, but they can't. So Joel, the second chapter, verse 3 reads, "A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them." Yeah, because, America, the landmass of America, it's a very beautiful and rich country, man. All right, it has this beautiful, scenery. So, you got the desert's natural beauty, you got the forest's natural beauty, the tundra's natural beauty, the West Coast's natural beauty, with Mediterranean-like weather, things of that sort. So America is a beautiful land, man. But that's why it's like into the Garden of Eden, because the Garden of Eden back in the ancient world, it was a beautiful land, man. It was a beautiful landmass. But it goes on to say, "And behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them." Now, so this is going to the ICBMs. It's going into our, once the ICBM pops off, and you got that nuclear fallout come out, it's gonna be nothing but a shit like wasteland, man. But same thing with this wildfire going on. It's altering. It's making the habitat, the ecosystem. It's making it look ugly and dead. All right, now the fire perimeter, it's doused in what's it called, duff, and basically it's all death, man. All right, I forget the words, the terminology. And you got your what's it called, S-190 in the wildland, fire books, when you do that fire training thing. But basically the fire perimeter, it's ruining the ecosystem, in other words. But going back to that S-190 book, it tells you the terminology of what you call so and so. So Salaki, if I can't exactly figure out the name, I'll just say dead grass, the black part, the black area. But that's an example of a wilderness, and these people ain't ready for that, man. All right, these people ain't ready for what's coming. If they can't handle a wildfire, just imagine the whole country being the lake of fire, man. Just imagine the lake of, they won't be able to handle that, man. All right. And that's what the Lord wants. That's in the book of Joel, the book of Job, the book of Job. Isaiah, the 6th chapter. These people aren't going to be given the spirit to actually understand and comprehend these things. As a matter of fact, they're going to be ignorant. They're going to want to stay in that mirth spirit, be joyous and whatnot, And then when that fire comes in like a thief in the night, it's going to be a hell for them, man. They can't handle it. They cannot grasp it. Joel, the 3rd chapter, verse 19, it reads, "Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in the land." Yeah, you got spiritual Egypt in the book of Revelation, 11th chapter, referring to, America, Babylon the Great. And it also reads, "And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness." It's pointing to this place, man, a desolate wilderness. And that's the future for this place, man. A desolate wilderness by way of fire, everything being consumed. I'm just gonna end it off in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter. I really didn't pack precepts in, beforehand, so I'll do the spirit on this one. But Isaiah, the 13th chapter, verse 19, it reads, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." And this precept reminds me of another precept. If I'm mistaken, it was in the book of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. around verse 31, something like that. Going into how Babylon, the hindermost of the nations, shall be a desolate wilderness. But going back to verse 21, and Isaiah the 13th chapter, it reads, But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And their time is near to come, and their days shall not be prolonged. Our school is coming soon. It's not a cliche. We've been saying it for years, but ultimately it's not a cliche because right around the corner, no man knows the time, man. Alright, so we're not gonna pinpoint, it's gonna be August 28, 2023. No. Alright, but it's coming soon. We're almost at the end of this thing, man. You know how close we are to that Armageddon. You know how close we are to that third woe. You know how close we are to the, since we have Fed now, right? If I'm mistaken, Fed now has been published, July 1st, a month ago. You know how close we are to that new MOTB. What's it called? Mandate. We'll be ushered in throughout the country, and you have to buy and sell with the Kuragna. And if you don't have it, then you can't buy or sell. You know how close we are to these prophecies, and we're very close, man. So when their time is near to come, and their days shall not be prolonged. But I just want to do a quick lesson on that, touching on how people ain't ready for that fight, man. They can't handle a wildfire. They can't handle a thermal and nuclear destruction, which will be ultimately global, but primarily touched down in this place. But with that being said, the next one is Shalom.